Yo, what's up? My name is Patrouski, and welcome back to another episode of Loot from 1 Hour. This is a series where I catch 1 hour of a specific Pokemon and see how much Pokeyen can be made. Today, we're going to be catching Combee. Now, Combee is a really interesting Pokemon, and honestly one of my personal favorites, and I feel like he's pretty forgotten, but he can actually be found at an uncommon encounter rate over here to the west of Lucanosa City over on Route 12. The same place you'll see a lot of people either shiny hunting or EV training or XP training on Rapidash. The reason why I think Combee will be a really interesting Pokemon to farm is that it actually has a really good base price of around 3k Pokeyen per Combee, and the females are actually worth a little more, around 6 to 7, or around 7k, 5k. The reason being is that female Combees can evolve into Vespiquen, while male Combees actually cannot evolve. But a really solid base price alongside a pretty decent encounter rate alongside a decent enough A group being Bug, which you can breed with like Volcarona and stuff like that and make some really powerful Pokemon, makes for hopefully a pretty decent Pokemon to farm for Pokeyen. But let's go ahead and test it out. I'm going to be farming here in this dark grass location, and I'm also going to be using a Cinccino with Cute Charm. The reason being, it's a male Cinccino. It's going to be attracting female Combees. Has a 25% increased chance for opposite gender Pokemon. So hopefully that'll allow me to get a few more female Combee, although they are a lot more rarer in the wild compared to male Combee. So really hoping that helps out a bit. But let's go ahead and get started and show you guys what an encounter should look like. Now, there are a ton of different Pokemon in this location, so specifically encountering Combee might take a little bit of effort and will be a lot of encountering battles and running away, but I'm hopeful that we'll encounter enough to make a solid profit. There's also a really decent amount of wild double battles in this location, which actually does increase our chance of encountering Combee, although I seem to be encountering a lot more issues with running away than I expect with the Cute Charm Pokemon, so we might just have to ditch that idea, unfortunately. Even with a Smoke Ball on our Cinccino, we don't have it leveled high enough, and we'd have to do some speed EV training to get it prepped for this actual sort of grind, but I'm going to go ahead and, I guess, forfeit that for today, so don't worry about that. If you guys have a Cute Charm Pokemon, definitely bring it and definitely use it, but I'm going to be missing out on that for this specific test. Alright, here's our first Combee encounter. Hoping for a female, we do end up getting a male, which is only expected. I think there is like one of those 87.5% chances to encounter a male Combee and then a 12.5% chance to encounter a female. So if I remember correctly, it is pretty heavily weighted to be a male. So you have to kind of think about that and expect that when farming Combee. I'm going to go ahead and False Swipe it, Spore it, and it should be a pretty easy Pokeball catch. Alright, it did take 2 Pokeballs, but there's the first Combee caught. No IVs, but that's totally okay. Once again, has a really good base value. I'm going to go ahead and catch these for 1 hour, and I'll get back to you guys. Alright, I've officially spent 1 hour hunting Combee, and this is how many we ended up with. Bam! 18 Combees were caught, 2 of which were female, 16 of which were male. So as you can see, it's really, really hard leaning. But I think even with that, is a little unlucky, but honestly, you know, that's how it happens. That's how it rolls. Let's go ahead and start breaking down the prices. Alright, so here's our breakdown. These are all base price male Combee. This is a base price female Combee. These 3 Combees have 1x31s, and then this one is noted. Let's go ahead and start price checking and bring up our Windows calculator. Alright, there we go. Windows calculator, the absolute carry of the channel. Let's go ahead and do some price checking. So we've got 13 Combees that we're going to sell for 3k a piece. That's going to put us immediately at, let's see, 39k Pokeyen. Now, I do want to say realistically, we're only going to make 2k profit on them a piece because we're going to get that 1k listing fee taken out. So if we subtract 13k from this for the listing fees, we're going to leave us with a 26k profit. And we should be able to sell that one female Combee for 7k. So I'm going to go ahead and add 6k minus the listing fee, going to put us at 32k profit so far. All right, now we have this 1x31 speed Combee that we're going to have to go ahead and price check. There's 2 ways to price check this Combee. You can either check it by just straight up going to the A group and marking it as a male breeder, or you can price check it by the species. I'm going to go ahead and do both and see which will sell for better. Now, a 31 speed male bug A group Pokemon will go for around 7k. Let's check it as a Combee. So there's only one other Combee listed for 15k that has a 1x31, and even though it's a male Combee similar to mine, so you're not able to evolve it into a Vespiquen, if someone wants to make a Vespiquen or a Combee comp, they can obviously breed it, and people are going to be using this to breed, so they could breed it with a Ditto and still get that 1x31 on a female Combee and then make that a comp. And I think this is honestly super comparable, super fair. Even if there's only one listed, if only one person out there wants to make a comp Vespiquen, they'll be buying this one. This is a really good deal, 15k for these stats. I'm pretty happy with this. Even if there's just one person out there who wants it, it should sell pretty quickly. It might take a little bit longer than selling as a lot longer versus selling as egg group, because egg group stuff just sells really quickly because obviously it fits a lot bigger of a market. There's a lot more people looking for like a male 31 speed bug aid group Pokemon that they can breed with something like a Volcarona versus specifically just a Combee. But if you're not rushed for Pokeyen, it shouldn't be a big deal. So I'm going to go ahead and add 14K to our calculator, which will put us to 46K profit. This is taking into account all costs and everything. We might even subtract the cost of Pokeballs after. All right, this next Combee is one with 31 defense, but it also has a decent amount of other stats that are 20 plus. So let's go ahead and look for just the 31 defense first, as it's a pretty niche Pokemon to be selling. All right, here's a pretty comparable one, and even though mine has some more stats compared to this guy's, I don't mind selling mine for pretty cheap, because if someone's looking for a Combee, like it's a pretty niche sell, and you want to really be aware of adding the correct price, but also not a price that's going to sort of alienate any sort of buyer. Which we listed that one for around 8 or 9K, so I'm just gonna go ahead and add 8K. Even with the listing fee, it should be around that profit. All right, now onto the last 31 times Combee. Now this one's a little weird because it's female, but also 31 special attack. Combee can really go mixed in terms of its attack stats, special or physical. So I'm gonna be really curious to see what this kind of thing goes for, especially since it's female. I might just sell it for the base price of a female Combee at around 7K. Yeah, honestly, it looks like that might be my best bet. I could try to sell it for 10K, honestly. Let's go for that. I think selling this thing for 10K is super fair, slightly more than the base price of a female. I think it's a more than fair price. I'm gonna go ahead and add 10K to the price check and sell that for that and see how long that takes to sell. All right, now this next Combee is pretty interesting. It's jolly nature. It has all the stats that it needs to have for a physical Vespiquen. Now it is male, so it has to be rebred to at least some extent, which you can go ahead and just keep the nature and rebreed up some IVs, maybe give it 31 speed or 31 attack, or probably 31 speed. So I think this is a super nice Combee. The way I would price check this is by going 20 plus in all the stats it has, and then going to Combee and sorting by lowest. This one is calm nature, and it's around 20K. I should be able to get this one's jolly, pretty comparable. Now this is going to take a while to sell, I'll be totally honest. This one's pretty comparable, but it is a lot better than mine. I think I'm going to go ahead and list mine for 25K, because mine's much better than this because of the nature. I think 25K might even be a little bit of a deal. I probably could go 30. Let's go 30. Let's go 29.99 like this. Now usually most everything from my challenges like this sell. People always ask me in the comments like, hey, like this is expected profit, did all of this stuff sell? And I'll say pretty confidently 99.9% of stuff from all the videos that I do from Loot for 1 hour sell really quickly. But 64K plus the 30K profit from that is going to put us at 94K. I'm actually really surprised. I feel like we made a lot more Pokeyen from this challenge than I actually expected. I still need to list all of these, but we've already calculated the price. This was easily like 90K plus profit, maybe even definitely over 100K plus revenue if you want to count that. But yeah, definitely over 90K plus profit from Combee. I was really surprised with how few Combee I caught that I was a little scared it was going to be pretty bad, but honestly not bad. If you want a shiny hunt here, which is something that a lot of people do, there's a lot of good shinies to hunt there with Pinsir, Heracross. I personally would love to get a shiny Combee or Sunkern. I know that's kind of like a me thing. Not everyone's looking for that shiny Sunkern, but I would love it. But I really enjoyed today's challenge. I had a lot of fun. Hopefully you guys liked today's Loot from 1 hour, looking at around 90K plus profit. If you did enjoy it and it was helpful to you, make sure to click the like button. Make sure to subscribe to the channel for daily PokeMMO content. The Discord link is down below if you want to see more methods like this, ask questions, and just learn a ton about the game. And then finally, if you want to go above and beyond, there are financial links down below to do so, like PayPal and stuff, but it's never needed. I appreciate your guys' time. Have a great day, and thanks for watching. Hey, if you're seeing this clip, that means you watched the entire video, and thank you. From the bottom of my heart, that means a lot. And this clip is used to say thank you so much to any of those who go above and beyond, any YouTube members, Twitch primers, Twitch subs, Patreon, whatever you may do to support the channel. It's appreciated, and your name is here. Thank you all so much, and have a great day.